I have a controversial theory on why I think things go sour between mothers and their children. Hi, I'm Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and I work with victims and perpetrators of abuse. One of the things that I've talked with over the many years that I've been in private practice is about, people who have tumultuous relationships with their mothers. And a large part of the group that I've worked with has been women, especially, who have tumultuous relationships with their mothers. And one of the theories that I have is around a controversial word that you hear a lot today, which is a pick me. And you hear that in all these videos and whatnot, and pick me woman, pick me behavior. And I won't dwell on that too much, but one of the things that I have seen and that we've talked about that happens in relationships, is particularly heteronormative relationships between men and women, is that women, especially those who are male-centered, will do anything and everything that they can to obtain a man. And we're seeing this, I think, play out in real time on a national level, right? And especially in the African American community, where women will have children with these men who they're in a relationship with at the time, and that man may say that he wants to have children, and so they will go above and beyond to put all of the effort they can into that relationship. And when that relationship with that man doesn't work out, and you look over to your left and you have the byproduct of that relationship with that man, which is your child, that you're kind of left alone with, and that man is no longer a part of your life, may not be a part of that child's life, but for whatever reason, that relationship did not work out. And it doesn't necessarily matter the quality of the relationship that the man has with his child. It's just a reminder that that relationship did not work out. And when you have that reminder, you become very resentful of that reminder. This is what I've seen sort of happen over and over again, where women become very resentful and bitter and angry that that relationship didn't work out. And every time you look at the product of that relationship, that just re-triggers that anger and how you felt like you were wronged in that relationship despite giving your all and making the ultimate sacrifice of giving a child. And it's one of the reasons why I think a lot of times when that relationship is done, and you're kind of left with this anger and resentment around how things were done, and having to take on the full responsibility of the child alone, that women sort of will lash out, mothers will lash out at their children, and then, sort of move on to the next person. And it's also one of the things that I see when women move on quickly to the next person is they will often discard their children when they move on to the next person, or won't consider their children when they move on to the next person, because it's all about them and them being in love and them sort of focusing on that relationship. And I think it shows up again when we see children get re-victimized by step-parents or significant others that are then brought into the relationship, because it's like, oh, well, it's an aggressive way to kind of retaliate against someone who left you holding the bag, and that you feel a lot of anger and resentment towards. And unfortunately, that gets taken out on children. That's just a theory that I have based on the work that I've seen and done. Thank you so much.